Started the second half here at Verizon Center, game one of the WNBA Eastern Conference playoffs between the Washington Mystics and the Atlanta Dream. Of course, Winter Scott, Frank Hanrahan, Scott Benson is my stat man. As the Mystics, you look at the stats, the difference was that second quarter. The Dream scored 31 points. The Mystics had 33 in that first half. Angel McCautry leading the way with 17 points. Julie Flake, Mystics head coach, has got to find a way to stop Mrs. McCautry.
Well, you have to find a way to get it done on defense and get consecutive stops. And you look at Atlanta, they shot a blistering 68% in the first half. And you just can't allow that to happen. In the game that they won on Sunday, the Mystics held Atlanta to 36% shooting in the first half. Shooting 60% from the floor is not going to get it done defensively if you're Washington.
Same five to start the ball game for each team. Chastity and Melvin down low. Mystics trail by 15 to start the second half. Glad that you're with us here on NBA TV as Curry gets her shot rejected, gets her own rebound. Three, crack from Harding, can't get the ball. Sancho Little with the rebound. Off and running is Castro Marquez off the window, and the Dream are picking up right where they left off, Christy.
Right, and if you're Washington, you have to wonder what it's going to take, because that is another point in the lane for the Atlanta Dream. 24 points in the paint thus far.
50-33, a 17-point lead for the Atlanta Dream. They could not have asked for a better performance so far, as Coco Miller has whistled, Price has whistled for the personal foul. That is her third, so Atlanta's starting this second half. Price has got three, Little's got three, and D'Souza on the bench, she also has three, but Atlanta's got the advantage by 17 points.
Where they're jumping up and getting into those traps very early defensively. Atlanta's very aggressive, active hands and active feet, getting it done.
Curry, offensive rebound. The Mystics reset, looking disjointed offensively. Melvin hits the deep two to cut the lead to 15.
Well, you look at a player like Chastity Melvin, and you know that she's going to provide you with a lot of energy on the defensive end, and she's going to get you some rebounds. And if she's not going to get the board, she's going to keep other people off the glass.
They whistle Langhorn with the foul, so Price is going to go to the line to shoot a pair. Second personal on Langhorn, as they say that heavy body on Langhorn, so Price goes to the line to shoot a few free throws. Crowd doesn't like it, thought all ball, but maybe a bump by Crystal Langhorn, who was the league's most improved player last year, and is an outside shot possibly for some MVP votes for the 2010 campaign.
She has been mentioned in MVP talks, and a player like Crystal Langhorn with 15 double-doubles, she does so many intangible things as well, not just score the ball, not just rebound the ball, but right there defensively, you have to get to where the offensive player is going. It's not good enough to run along the side and try to contest from the side of the offensive player. You have to beat them at the spot. You know they're going to the rim. You've got to beat them there and contest high and hard.
5 points now for Price. 52-35. 8:20 left here, third quarter. Crystal Langhorn, speaking of, gets hit, and she's going to shoot two.
Well, the good news for Washington is that they are attacking the rim, but the bad news for Atlanta is Sancho Little has picked up her fourth foul.
Sancho Little cannot stay out of foul trouble in this one. 6 rebounds, but she's going to have to go to the bench. Marion Metters is going to have to sub her out with 4 personal fouls. And 8:21 left in the third quarter. Yeah,
that's just been really tough for her. She's only been able to be on the court for 8 minutes. And Little is frustrated tonight because she's played 8 minutes, but they haven't been consecutive. They've been 2 minutes here, 2 fouls, 2 minutes there, another foul. So that's tough to get into a rhythm offensively or defensively when you're not on the floor to work up a sweat.
Crystal Langhorn, 7 points, 4 rebounds, make it 8 as she makes both free throws. 15-point deficit. This is game 1 of the Eastern Conference playoffs. Mystics have the home court, so if Atlanta can steal this one, they're in the driver's seat. Plenty of hoops to go. Download D'Souza just checked in. Spin, move, jumper is good.
Beautiful Kareem Abdul-Jabbar-esque hook from the right corner by D'Souza.
And she's got 6. And we got a whistle away down low. I think it was Coco Miller bodying up Melvin. The mismatch was there, so she had to put a little extra hands on Melvin. That's a second on Coco.
Right, and that's the same thing that happened earlier with Crystal Langhorne trying to take a cut through the lane and Miller just trying to stop that cut. And that's what you're taught, but you just can't impede the progress of that offensive player off the ball.
Harding with the left hand off the window, score it. Cuts the lead to 15, 7:38 left third quarter.
And that's what Lindsey Harding does so tremendously well to lead the Washington Mystics team. She gets in the lane and finishes.
2-3 zone, McCautry as she wanted the foul, no whistle. Smith got the block, Mystics pushed the other way.
Well, Katie Smith has done a solid job defensively on McCautry when she has responsibility for her in the zone.
Curry gets hit by McCautry going up, and she's going to shoot two. That's a second on McCautry, already the team's fourth with 7:22 left. So the Mystics draw one more foul. They're shooting free throws the rest of the way, and when you're down 15, Chrissy, that's good for you if you're the trailing team, which they are.
Right, and you're shooting 78% as a team, which is good for 7th in the WNBA, so you want to make that count. But you have to get defensive stops. If you're the Washington Mystics right now, yes, you want to create offensively, but you need to get the ball in order to do that. So you have to box out, not allow second and third opportunities for Atlanta, and you have to push the tempo and get early, easy buckets. But if you're Atlanta, you just keep doing what you're doing. Continue on that pace.
4-0 run, a little mini run for the Mystics. First run over 3 points since late in the first quarter. And it's a 13-point advantage for the visiting Atlanta Dream, and they turn it over. Too much on it from Pastor Marquez. That's the ninth turnover by Atlanta.
Well, a skip pass is usually very productive against the zone, but it has to be pinpoint. You can't be an acrobat as the catcher.
Can hear a fan behind us saying, how bad do you want it? Mystics need a run here to get back within striking distance, but still plenty of time to go. 7 minutes, third quarter. Harding can't find a seam. Will reset. 6 to shoot, though. Deep deuce. Short. Coco with those quick hands. Numbers the other way for Atlanta. 3-on-1. Coco with the fake and the scoop lay-in off the window.
Well, the problem with the Atlanta zone for Washington is that the ball isn't reversing. And in order to make the defense work, you must move the ball. The ball is staying up top. It's not getting reversed to the wing often enough.
Coco Miller's got 12 points for Atlanta. Smith will crack a deep three. Can't get that roll. Tipped around. Langhorne up with it. Blocked by DeSouza, and the Dream come the other way. McCautry pull-up jumper is good. And she's got 19 points.
Well, if you're Washington, you've got to find a way right now to plug the hole in the boat. Right now, there's a lot of water getting in, and they're scoring easily in the lane. Now, 26 of their 59 points, Frank, have been scored in the paint.
17-point lead again for Atlanta. 5:50 left third quarter. Almost turned over. Smith gets it back. 8 to shoot. Harding, dribble drive. Got hit, and she's going to shoot two. I think they got McCautry, and that is her third personal. And the team's fifth.
I give credit to Atlanta's defense. They have thrown the Washington Mystics offensive rhythm off balance, and Atlanta has 8 blocks tonight defensively and 5 by DeSouza, and Washington has 1 block. But when you have 8 blocks, that's 8 stops defensively by a block shot, and they're doing a great job at rebounding, so those are included as defensive stops as well. So Atlanta is doing a tremendous job at doing what they came in here to do, which is play stifling defense and shoot the ball in a most efficient way tonight. I mean, they have just been taking high percentage shots in the paint, getting out of the break, running their game plan to perfection.
Lindsey Harding made the first free throw, looking for her 12th. And she makes both. Cuts the lead to 15. 5:45 left third quarter.
It's a little soft pressure defensively. Mattia Ajavon in a 1-up. Full court press here, picking up Miller.
Price, good defense from Langhorne. Got her own rebound. McCautry jump pass. Almost turned over yet again, but the Dream still with it. McCautry with the alley-oop to DeSouza. Can't get it to go, and the Mystics control.
Well, that's a good defensive stop for Washington. They need to connect the dots and get another score.
Ajavon, offensive foul. As looks like McCautry took it. Second on Matee.
Well, We love the energy of Amity Ajavan. She turned the corner on Miller, but what she didn't see was McCautry sitting right there in the lane. Heels dug into the ground, pushed off those heels, and took the hit.
Ajavan pressuring Coco. Coco with some great minutes tonight for Atlanta, starting with 12 points. Castro Marquez, wild shot off the glass, can't get it to fall down. Air ball to Katie Smith with the rebound. Lindsey Harding, I think, got hit in the nose. And then, was there a whistle and a foul? Yes, there was. So the Mystics shooting free throws. Castro Marquez, yet another foul in the backcourt. And she's got 3 personals as well, and 2 free throws coming up for Katie Smith. We've got a timeout on the court, 4:56 left third quarter. Atlanta leading the Mystics 58-43. You're watching the WNBA playoffs on NBA TV. 4:56 left until end of the third, with the Mystics trailing the Atlanta Dream 58-43. Coco Miller played many years for the Washington Mystics. Nice payback for her. 12 points, 5 of 7 shooting for the veteran guard for Atlanta.
Well, you can tell that she's very comfortable here in DC. Coco Miller being very productive for the Dream, but you look at Castro Marquez, McCautry, and Miller combined are shooting 63%, 20 for 32 from the floor, and have combined for 45 points. And you look at 3 players for Washington who have provided an offensive scoring punch this season to allow Washington to be the Eastern Conference regular season champions. Curry, Langhorne, and Harding, those 3 have combined to shoot 25% on the night. 8 for 32 from the floor, and just 26 points between those 3.
Katie Smith makes it both 58-44. Under 5 to play third quarter. Glad that you're with us here. Game 1 of this Eastern Conference playoff on NBA TV with Chrissy Winters, Scott, and Frank Hanran as the Atlanta Dream have been smoking from the outside. And let's see if Coco can continue her ways, and she does. Another deuce for Coco. She's got 14 points.
Well, Coco Miller is very determined, and she is as competitive as they come. And you see, if she gets a moment in time, she's going to take that opportunity and produce offense.
60-45. Atlanta. Lindsey Harding 8 to shoot. Trying to cross over Price. Pull up Jay. Got it to fall down.
Well, Harding has been a steady leader on the floor. Washington Mystics have been without the services of Elena Beard all season. The left ankle surgery. She'll be back next year.
Atlanta is now 19 of their last 26 from the field. As a Sosa with the easy deuce down low, she's got 8 points. And the lead is back up to 15.
You can tell that the post players, Nakia Sanford and Crystal Langhorne, had a miscommunication on the switch on that one.
Ajavan, tough shot, and it falls.
Well, she can get it done. She has a bevy of offensive weapons. When she comes down the floor, you just don't know what she's going to do. But when she does it well, it's very special.
Great look down low from Castro Marquez, scoring in the foul. As you can just feel the energy being sucked out of the crowd every time the Mystics think they're making a run. Atlanta answers right back with the deuce.
Well, it's because the Mystics aren't getting back in time to not only protect the paint, but to deny the pass inside. And that's been an issue also. It's not always, okay, the ball's coming inside, but you have to have pressure on the ball, and the play can't be made if they can't see the play.
Second foul on Sanford, so she goes to the bench. Sosa's going to try to make the Mystics pay. Cannot, but McCautry had the rebound, lost it off her leg, and it is Mystics basketball. But that was about to be another easy 2 for McCautry, but quick hands by the Mystics off of her knee. McCautry with 19, Castro Marquez 14, Miller's got 14.